Hello boys and ghouls, thanks for tuning in to Makeup by Ammo. Today I'm going to show you how to get this just bitten vampire look. This is a super simple look to do. All you have to do is throw on all black, tease your hair up, put on some vampy makeup, and I'll show you how to do this super easy DIY vampire bite. And if you can't tell already, my hair is inspired by Interview with the Vampire. Where are my fans at? I love that movie. So if you'd like to see how to get this look right here, please keep watching. So to start off, as always, I'm just going to prime my face with a little bit of the Burt's BB cream. For foundation, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Pro Matte. I'm going to color correct with the LA Colors Orange Color Corrector. Cover that up with a little bit of the foundation. And then highlight my face with my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. Now I'm just going to set everything with a large kabuki brush and my Tarte Amazonian Powder foundation. And with a damp beauty blender, I'm just going to set with the translucent Cinema Secrets powder. To play up looking really pale as a vampire, I'm just going to add some of this Ben Nye Super White powder as well. And bake. Now that that's all set, I'm just going to do the teeny tiniest bit of powder contour with my Endless Summer, which is a little bit more of a warm tone bronzer, so I don't want to put too much. I want to look a little bit dead. Now that that is really lightly blended in, I'm going to take a little bit of this cool tone taupe eyeshadow and really hollow out the depths of my cheeks to make me look a little bit more spooky and to cool down my skin tone. Now with the flat fluffy brush, I'm just going to do the same thing to my nose area. I usually do the warmer color first, but I'm starting with the cooler tone today, so let's see how it turns out. A little under here too. I accidentally picked up a little bit of a very dark brown color called Espresso, but I'm liking how it looks, so I'm just gonna keep it like this. So as you can tell, I'm not planning on wearing a wig today, but I don't want my brows to match my hair color. I'm gonna go for a very deep brown / black eyebrow to make me look a little bit more edgy. So just brushing them through first. And starting with the dark brown. Now with a little bit of black just on the outer parts of the brows, just kind of on that tail end. Fading once it reaches the arch. Again on this side. Woo, those are some eyebrows. I'm just going to brush them out the teeny tiniest bit so that everything blends together. For today, I don't really want to carve the tops of my brows, just underneath. So like I always do, I'm going to take a little bit of the Ben Nye Clown White makeup, mix it into a little bit of my foundation color to create that perfect highlighting and carving color. Now I'm just going to take a little bit of that leftover product and apply it to my eyelid. And then using the side of my beauty blender that doesn't have the powder on it, I am just dabbing it in so that it is all evenly distributed. Now I'm actually going to flip over to the powdered side and just dab the eye to set everything. I want my transition shade to be really intense today. I'm really going to play up the color red and burgundy. So for my transition, I'm going to go into a very true red color, and this is from the BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette. So the way that I'm applying this is just right below my crease and blending down. I'm not worried about the color getting on my eyelid. You just want to make sure that that is really blended out. To intensify it a little bit more, I'm going to go in with the second layer. That's the Morphe M441. Now I'm going to go in with the Morphe E23, which is the perfect buffer brush. And I'm just going to buff out the transition of where the eyeshadow ends and that kind of white highlight begins. It's like I'm transitioning the transition color. Now with the Makeup Designery 330 brush and this Sorbet Burgundy shadow, I'm just taking the flat brush, packing on the color, and then I'm going to put this onto the lid. With no additional product on here, I'm just going to start to blend that transition from the burgundy into that bright red. Now I'm going to do the exact same step, but now with that matte black color. This time I'm going to pick up a little bit of the burgundy with the blending brush, and I'm going to go right into that crease area here. And again, I'm going to buff out the edges a little bit with that buffing brush. And with this small flat brush, I'm going to do the same, first picking up a little bit of the red and then moving into the burgundy and the black. Just from the outer corners. To intensify the look even more, I'm actually going to use this Makeup Designery red lip pencil. Now I'm just going to line my eyes with my NYC liquid liner. And 2 layers of my L'Oreal Carbon Black Voluminous Mascara to both the top and bottom lashes. Now I'm just going to wipe away all of the baking powder that I have, and I'm going to line them actually with the Makeup Designery Auburn eye pencil. Filling all of this in. The area that is overlined and is your normal skin, you just want to fill that in extra dark. Now I'm just going to take a lip brush and pick up some of this deep burgundy lipstick, and I'm going to go over that lip line shape. And then wiping this off onto a paper towel, I'm now going into this really bright Riri Woo by MAC and applying that on the remainder of the lip. Now that I have that all applied, I just want to blend it together. I like to press my lips and then use whatever is remaining on the brush just to blend it. To clean everything up, I'm going to go back in with the lip liner. I almost forgot, I'm just going to set with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eyebrow Gel. Before I add lashes, I just want to blend a little bit more into my crease. I want it to be a little bit deeper, so I'm going to go in with that burgundy and my blending brush. I also decided to take the contour color and just kind of bring it underneath and into my brow, so that it gives me a little bit more of an edgy look as well. I'm going to go in again with one of my faves, the Artist Couture Gold Digger Highlighter and the Morphe 501 brush. I want to be a glittery highlighted vampire, because if Twilight can do it, then I can do it. And with my finger on the tip of my nose. I look like Rudolph, so I'm just going to tone that down a little bit. Add a little bit above the arch of each brow. I'm also going to take a very small blending brush, this one's by Lancome, highlight right underneath my eyebrow. And for my lashes today, I have a surprise. This was the very first time that I'm ever going to try the Lily lashes, and this is in the style Vienna. So beautiful. I just lightly pulled and like took part of it off of the lash strip. So these are really fragile, guys. Oh man. You guys, I totally broke them. I wasn't even pulling that hard. Luckily, believe it or not, I have another pair, so let me go get those. I kind of can't believe that that just happened, but here is pair number 2. I'm going to be super duper careful taking these out of the box. Super careful. And I'm just going to trim the little bit of the band that sticks out from the outer corner as well as the inner corner on both. Super pretty. And it looks like I need to trim a little bit off. I'm going to go ahead and apply my Duo non-latex eyelash glue to these and just let them get tacky. While those are drying, I'm just going to even out my chest and actually make it look a little bit more pale, just like my face. I'm going to use my Tarte BB cream as well as my foundation to do this. Just adding that right on top. I'm just going to smooth out the texture a little bit with my beauty blender and then set it with a little bit of that really white powder that I created. So now I'm just going to take a little bit of the highlighter and add it to my collarbones. And I'm going to go ahead and apply the Lily lashes off camera. I added a little bit more of bottom mascara, and I decided that I want to go in even more with the cheek contour and then add a little bit to my collarbones. Alright, now for one of the most fun parts of this whole look, we're going to do the Just Bitten bite. Now normally a vampire would probably bite somewhere around here. That's where you normally see it in the movies, but it doesn't work for selfies. So we want to make sure that it's low enough that we can see it when we take pictures. Otherwise, as you see, I turn my head. Either way, you can't really see it from head on, and you want to be able to see it from head on. So I'm going to bring it down just right above my collarbone so that it's visible. First, we're going to start off with a kind of burgundy plum color so that it looks bruised, kind of like a hickey. And I'm just starting to dab this onto my skin. It really helps to do the dabbing motions because if you were to blend it in perfectly, it wouldn't look like an infected or affected area. I'm just gonna start to build it up into little sections, and that's so that the little areas where I create the holes are gonna look even more affected. Just gonna go back in with a little bit more red, keeping it very splotchy. Try to not make a perfect circle. Oh, by the way, I changed my top because I didn't want to mess this up any further with the next step that I'm about to do. So with a very dark brown liner, I'm just gonna start to line kind of a crescent moon shape underneath that dark mark that I created. And I'm just going to shade a little bit above that crescent moon shape as well so that it looks like there's depth there. I'm going to take this small blending brush, add a little bit more of the burgundy shadow there, and I'm just going to pat here to blend it a little bit, smudge it, make it look a little messy. Now for the fun part with the homemade blood that I like to do. I'm just going to take a little bit of the bright red lipstick that I used, and even though this looks orange, it is a clear lip gloss. This is a Juicy Tube by Lancome. And I'm going to create a sticky, gross looking blood into the depth there. Blend it out a little bit so that it looks like blood kind of got everywhere. See how it's starting to come together? I'm also gonna make it messy underneath. The more that you make it look like it was wiped away in an affected area, the better. Does it look very Interview with the Vampire too. That's what I was going for. I'm going to touch this up a little bit. It did get kind of messed up as I was doing my hair, so I do suggest doing the bite detail after your outfit and your hair. What I love about this look is that the lip gloss gives it a wet look, which makes it look like it is still open and bleeding and fresh. So I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you loved it, comment below if you have any questions, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Till next time, stay beautiful inside and out. I love you all, and I will see you soon.